Hello everyone and welcome back guys to 2020 Season 2. Yes, we're back today with more iRacing on the channel. Yeah, the new series has just begun. We're here for week 1. Unfortunately, my aims to make it to our B license didn't quite go the way I wanted. We're sat still at a 2.5 C license, but hopefully over the course of 2020 Season 2 we can make a bit more progress. And I mean, it's certainly, there's no lack of series to be taking on in these lower classes of cars. I've got a few plans, but we'll wait and see. Hopefully, like we saw in 2020 Season 1, we can have some consistent showings in this, the BMW 12.0 series. Now, obviously, if you guys are new around here, do get yourself subscribed. This car is now on the new tyre model, though. And based on practice and qualifying, it's incredibly twitchy. So I think it's going to be one of those series now where you've just got to try and avoid making mistakes as best as possible. But obviously we'll wait and see as to how we fare. Week 1 though is here at Summit Point. A good fun little track, probably one that doesn't really suit this car though. Obviously I remember back in 2020 Season 1 we had that very interesting moment where someone flew across here and almost into me on the other side of the circuit. I think that race I came 2nd or 3rd, but I can't remember for sure, in all honesty, as well. So hopefully, yeah, 2020 Season 2, though, I can make a bit more progress towards 2K iRating. That would be quite nice as well. But yeah, just some more consistency and trying to do some more series a bit more regularly as well. Obviously, if you guys are new around here, do get yourself subscribed. We're trying to hit 300 subs at the moment on the channel, but I think we're almost ready then for the start of this race. Obviously going to get very, very bunched up. This guy behind me is really, really trying to sit on our bumper as we get ready for the start of this race. But yeah, we start P3 as a number 3 car. Very, very close SOF. Nope, that isn't the lights out. Away we go. Please don't do that ever again.
Time to focus.
So I think he wants to go ASAP. Let's concentrate off the start. And it's the lights out, and away we go there. Good for me, because P4 didn't respond very well, so we're going to have a bit of breathing space as we head down in towards turn 1 there. I will take that quite happily. As we head in towards turn 1, we're going to require a lot of concentration to get used to these new tyre models. Braking nice and early in towards turn 1. And hopefully, us top 3 can make a bit of a breakaway off the start. Already got, I think the Delta's having a bit of a funny 5 minutes. I think it's getting a bit confused where we are. But, oh, leader's gone. Oh, he's taken out P2. Oh! And we're into the lead somehow off the start. Cold tyres were never going to make this as safe as it used to be. And somehow it appears that, what, only 2 of us have gone through? I don't really know. But we need to focus on keeping these tyres from getting over the edge whilst we build up some temperature. Can't afford to make the same mistakes like those 2 just did. Well, I say those 2. It was really only the one guy, poor Mark I think it was, got screwed off the start there. But first race of 2020 Season 2, and we find ourselves in the lead. That is exactly what we wanted. And yeah, so the new tyre model is very, very scary to have to deal with. Got a 4-second margin over P3 already. Let's just try and keep it nice and tidy. Like I was saying, we are, I think, now on the V7 tyres on all of the GT3s and GTE cars. So they are a lot more sensitive than they used to be. Doing practice, I could get a few laps hooked up and then I just try and overexplore the limits a bit and make a mistake. But obviously this is a race, so we are hopefully not going to be doing that. The new tyre model, yeah, really does up the ante of, you know, you can't just push for fastest laps for a bit of fun normally, unless you've really got into a rhythm, because the risk of making a mistake, at least in these early days, far outweighs the reward, which is nothing in iRacing. You don't get anything extra for fastest laps. End of lap 2 though. Through the final corner, taking a lot of curve on the exit, but we're starting to build up a little bit of a margin. 85 iRating. If we do win this one, I would quite happily take that at the end of the day. So we have pulled out a little bit from P2. Struggling a bit with the understeer through turn 1. But yeah, obviously a 12-minute race ahead of us. It's exactly the same series as we saw in 2020 Season 1. Just, it feels like a completely different car. I think the tyres are slowly getting up to temperature though. They feel a lot better than they did. But it's just through corners like that, where if they're not quite in the groove, or you clip a curb poorly, or you just lock the front, you are gone. And there's a lot of rallycross to be done around here if you make a mistake, or eating a tyre wall. That's what I'm talking about. You clip the curb ever so slightly there and the tyres just aren't quite up to temperature, and you almost fling yourself off. I was speaking to a couple of people before the race began, and everyone was saying, yeah, it feels really, really twitchy now. So it's going to take a bit of getting used to, hence why you don't really want to make mistakes. But we're doing alright at the moment. Well, I'm on to our 2-second window, and I will take that quite happily. Pulled out by 39 thousandths of a second that time round. Obviously we've got the lap times. Probably won't be trying to focus on those all too much. Getting a little bit of a wobble on over the top there, over the bump. Yeah, I do still very much enjoy driving this car though. It is brilliant fun here on iRacing. This track though, again, is probably not the easiest to be taking the new tyre model out for a spin. It really just doesn't suit this car. But it's always a good test, jumping back in. Hopefully 2020 Season 2 I'm going to try and put a bit more practice in. Mess around with a few more setups for obviously the series that need it. Luckily this isn't one of those. Although I think we're going to struggle to find setups for the first couple of weeks, as I know obviously most of the main hubs, they've altered some stuff. So I think a lot of setups now won't work, because they're obviously running on such fine margins, or at least that's what I saw. I think it was Craig's setup shop was saying that a lot of their setups probably won't be working for a few days. But yeah, I haven't really dabbled into them too much. I'm trying to use trading paints again. It appears to be working for everyone else, but not my car. Rather annoyingly. I don't know why. Ooh, bit of a lock up there. That's alright though. Obviously the new time model does have its advantages as well. If you lock up a bit more often now, you can actually save it. There's the back end trying to skim along through this tight twisty section. Don't know what crew chief's all about. That gap is definitely not coming down at the moment. Through the final corner, it's going to be another PB. We're doing alright. Almost halfway there.
Good luck. That's your quickest today. The guy behind has just done a 107.24.
But yeah, hopefully now I'm C licensed as well on the ovals, so we can try and do a bit more of that if we get a chance. Would like to do a bit of the, I think it's NIS fixed? I might be getting the name wrong though. Or even the trucks as well, maybe even the street stocks, although never had particularly fond memories of those back in rookies. However, now people can drive, so... But yeah, I'd probably want to just stick to some fixed stuff over there. I don't have to worry about setups everywhere. I'll probably just do 1 or 2 series that actually require a setup. But yeah, I want to do a bit of the IMSA again. Maybe I'll try and do some stuff in the new Porsche Cup car. I'm sure that's going to be really, really hyped up. Going to be a lot of action over there. I would love to do a bit more Porsche Cup as well. I'll see what the calendar's like for that. Maybe some F3. Obviously outside of the rookie stuff. Although I do really enjoy that series as well. Just find that car really, really good fun at the end of the day. But we're doing alright at the moment. The gap has come down that time round, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on, head up. Keep your focus further down the track.
Yeah, so he has gone quicker that time.
5 minutes remaining. Bring it on home.
But we have only got 5 minutes left, so 5 more laps. Making a bit of a mistake there through turn. Well, just clipping the grass on the exit. Let's just keep doing what we're doing though. Keep it nice and tidy. Don't really want to be using second gear through there if you can avoid it. A bit of a mistake on my half. concentrate with this new build. At the final corner. Going to be hopefully another new PB. The gap's holding pretty much level. Obviously, I'm not worried about losing a few tenths if it comes to it. Oh, that's a bit late on the brakes. Don't panic though. Still get it slowed down, just not quite happy with... I mean, we've gained 2 tenths out of it. Sometimes you've got to make mistakes to find time. It's very, very odd. I will not be taking that risk again. Coughing up the dust. Hopefully we won't have to deal with lapped cars. Don't think we will. It's probably one of the good things about this little area of the track. You can see a lot more cars than you would normally be able to. Or, luckily in this case, we can't see any cars that we don't want to.
2.3 seconds.
Good run out the final corner of that little complex though. So getting close to someone around here is easy. Getting past them, on the other hand, is where it gets quite difficult. And I think he's pushing a lot at the moment, so we might see a mistake out of him anyway. 3 more minutes, 3 more laps.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Bit of roll through turn 1. Ooh, that's a lot of curb. Don't want to be there. Couple of small mistakes starting to be made.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Just trying to keep the gap nice and stable though at the moment. Doing everything we need to, and not too much more, with a bit of luck. It's the perfect kind of race. I'm to just drive and not worry about anything else. 7-7, the pace is starting to fall off a little bit. Although I think he made a mistake that lap as well, clearly. He didn't gain anything on me. But seems like we got a bit more pace than most of the other cars. Like I said, this place is more just about not making mistakes over anything else. Because it's so easy to do, because it feels like you're trying to take a double-decker bus around a go-kart track. You can't see IMSA coming here anytime soon, although they do race at Lime Rock, or I know they used to anyway, which I thought was rather weird. Traction control getting a bit loose there, not really what we wanted. But now the tyres are up to temperature though. You feel like if you make a small mistake you can actually save it now. Crew Chief saying we need 1 more good lap. Oh sorry, even iRacing spotter. Not even Crew Chief, he's not silent.
Keep it together. We'll win this. Matching race pace.
One guy just up the road. Hopefully he doesn't give us any issues. Can't see it happening in all honesty. Ooh, getting a bit loose there over the bump. Let's just bring it home. Hopefully this guy gets out of the way. Let's not try and apply too much pressure. Is he going to move? No, he's just going to brake really early into the final corner. Through the final corner though, we'll go around the outside of him. Not make him have to do another lap. It's going to be the win to kick off 2020 Season 2 there. That was exactly what we needed at the end of the day. We kind of got a bit lucky with it. Obviously that incident at the start really did help us out, but that's racing sometimes. Hopefully we can just get out the car nice and quickly. No incident points as well. I will take that very, very happily. at the end of the day. Thank you all so much for watching. Do get yourself subscribed if you want to see more of iRacing 2020 Season 2. But yeah, hopefully we can have another good race next time, whatever we end up racing.